In the heart of the Asian continent, surrounded by imposing mountains and vast plains, there is a civilization that has defied time, China. A country full of contrasts, enigmas, and realities that seem to come from another planet. Stay until the end of the video to discover all the secrets, even the unspeakable ones that make China unique in the world. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel to continue exploring the most fascinating corners of the planet together. Here, futuristic skyscrapers coexist with villages where ancient rituals are still practiced. It is the most populous country in the world, with over 1.4 billion inhabitants, and also one of the most complex in terms of social, cultural, and family dynamics. In some regions, such as the Mosuo, women freely choose their lovers without having to get married, following the tradition of the so-called walking marriage. In other more conservative areas, rituals such as ghost marriages are still celebrated, in which the deceased marry the living to ensure the peace of their souls. And it is not uncommon to find parks where grandparents and parents negotiate the future marriages of their children, as if they were at the market. This country is home to some of the most surreal landscapes on the planet. Mountains that look like they were painted by hand, stone pillars that float in the mist like something out of a science fiction movie, and caves that glow with natural light thanks to minerals that emit a magical fluorescence. Among these natural wonders is also the fastest train in the world, capable of levitating thanks to magnetic technology and reaching speeds of over 400 kilometers per hour. This train connects Bama, the famous village of longevity, where living more than 100 years is not the exception, but the norm. For decades, uncontrolled population growth has led to drastic policies such as the one-child policy. This has caused a severe gender imbalance, with millions more men than women. Today, this imbalance continues to generate side effects. Illegal bride markets, arranged marriages, and a demographic crisis that the country is still trying to reverse, allowing up to 3 children per family from 2021. And among the secrets of the past, China holds the memory of having invented not only paper, but also gunpowder, and surprisingly, an ancient form of football called kuju, which was practiced more than 2,000 years ago as a military training. This elegant and strategic sport was considered an art by the noble classes of antiquity. Amid this cultural richness are also unique phenomena, such as the Shanghai marriage market, where parents, carrying signs with their children's photos and resumes, search for partners for their children in public parks. For many, it is a strange tradition. For them, a practical way to secure a stable family future. In rural areas, the shortage of women has led to the emergence of black markets for brides. And amid these social tensions, poetic courtship traditions persist, such as the throwing of embroidered handkerchiefs, where a single gesture can spark a romance. Another peculiarity of China is that it has a single time zone across its vast territory, with differences of several hours between sunrise in the eastern and western parts of the country. A decision that, while practicable for centralized control, creates confusion in the daily lives of millions of people. The history of this Asian giant is written in the ink of ingenious inventions and mysticism. In the 2nd century, paper was born. In the 9th, gunpowder. And centuries later, Sun Tzu's The Art of War would become one of the most influential strategic treatises on the planet, surviving on bamboo scrolls and wooden tablets that predated modern paper. On its territory stands one of the most colossal structures ever built, the Great Wall. With a length of over 20,000 kilometers, this fortress not only protected against invasions, but also symbolized the determination of an empire. Although it is not visible from space, as is often said, its impact on the history of humanity is undeniable. In 1974, a chance excavation revealed another of its great mysteries: the Terracotta Army. Thousands of life-size figures, unique in their features, lined up as if awaiting an order from an emperor who is no longer with us. They guard the tomb of Qin Shi Huang, the first unifier of China, whose tomb, according to some, still hides deadly traps and hidden treasures. But the mysteries don't end there. In the south of the country, there is an area known as the Poyang Lake Triangle, a kind of Chinese Bermuda Triangle where ships, planes, and people disappear without explanation. Strange lights, technological problems, and inexplicable phenomena have fueled legends for generations. On top of unreachable cliffs, some Chinese ethnic groups still hang coffins to ensure that souls ascend to heaven. In a country so tied to the modern world, these practices remain a testimony to an ancient spirituality. And if we talk about spirituality, we cannot forget the case of the Mosuo. This matriarchal community, considered the last kingdom of women, lives around Lugu Lake in the Yunnan region. There, women decide who to be with, when to end a relationship, and how many lovers to have. Men do not live with them or share financial responsibilities towards their children. Parenthood is a communal act, and respect for female figures is absolute. The central figure is the Ama, the eldest woman in the family, who makes all the important decisions and presides over the ceremonies. In this culture, emotional bonds are not governed by exclusivity or contracts, but by emotional connection and freedom. They live surrounded by dreamlike landscapes, such as the Yuanyang rice fields and the stone forest, places that seem to come from a fairy tale. They also grow tea in the mountains, raise animals, and maintain a self-sufficient lifestyle, which has remained almost unchanged for centuries. The Zhangye Mountains in Gansu Province are another natural gem that looks like a divine work of art. The multicolored layers that form them are the result of millions of years of mineral accumulation. At sunrise and sunset, they shine as if they were alive. And when it comes to extreme landscapes, few places offer as much adrenaline as the world's most dangerous trail, Mount Hua. Unprotected wooden walkways thousands of meters high, thick fog, and strong winds make this trail a deadly challenge. Every year, dozens of people lose their lives trying to reach the summit. China is, without a doubt, a land of wonders, contradictions, and secrets. From the capital Beijing, with the Forbidden City and Tiananmen Square, to the ultra-modern Shanghai, with its magnetic train and futuristic skyscrapers, the country uniquely combines tradition and modernity. Traveling through China is like immersing yourself in a world where past and future coexist at every turn. And while its landscapes, traditions, and technology are astonishing, what strikes you most is its soul, an unparalleled mix of history, resilience, wisdom, and beauty. In some regions of China, especially in urban areas with a high tourist influx, there is a wellness industry that has generated much curiosity and controversy. The so-called sensual massages. While many facilities present themselves as traditional relaxation centers, some offer services that go beyond therapeutic massage. In these spaces, some women work by proposing intimate experiences that, although discreet, are part of a reality that is known but rarely told publicly. This hidden aspect of the urban economy reflects the complex relationship between tradition, modernity, and desire in an ever-changing society. Would you dare to find out? If the answer is yes, subscribe to the channel and join us on this journey through the most incredible and unknown places in the world.